Edit it. Welcome,
Okay.
everybody. Episode 3. Without Tyson. It's a Tyson-less show today. This is
Dang,
our
that's
reaction to last week's college football games and predictions for this coming week. Sidh, Carson, anything
Hello.
to say?
What are we talking
Well, anything to say about last week's games?
Well, LSU.
Besides Auburn.
Okay, but
Okay, let's talk about this. Auburn's
They're not
terrible.
terrible.
In conclusion,
Don't
Auburn's
jump
terrible.
to crazy conclusions.
Shut up.
I said they were going to win,
okay.
but I always said if
Exactly. You always say they win.
Let me finish. I said if they were to lose a game, that would be the game they would lose.
Why did y'all sound like Biden?
I still think they're going to go to the SEC championship and play Florida. I'll bet on that.
I still think that I still declare you an idiot.
Can I talk, or am I gonna have to watch this?
Yes.
I'm gonna have to watch this Biden-Trump debate between you two.
This has nothing to do with politics.
I
What
know.
are your thoughts? Do you have anything to
idiot!
say about
Okay, I
Auburn
need
and
to
Georgia
quiet.
State?
Well, I mean, I don't think that was just like any player's fault or Bo Nix's fault. I think that was just
It
horrible.
was the
play calling.
coach's fault. I know it was Gus and Chad Morris's fault.
And my
Also-
favorite team, LSU, completely dismantled Vanderbilt. Unnamed person's favorite team that used to go to our school, and thinks Vandy is better than LSU. I think he said that, but
Who's that unnamed person?
it's
We're getting off topic. This is not the podcast. This is specifically our football predictions and reactions. What do y'all have anything else to say about Auburn, or should we move on?
I think we should move on.
Let's just say, and also Ole Miss.
Let me just say one more thing. Like I said, Chad Morris should be fired because every single play they called was a screen pass, quarterback draw, or handoff.
Wait, what? That was it? That was all short plays?
Yes,
No,
and they would always
no.
get tackled at the line of scrimmage.
No,
Anyway.
no long plays, big plays. Nope.
There were some. Obviously, I'm exaggerating. We also had Texas A&M and Alabama. Wow,
Oh, God.
$75 million to get killed just as bad as a cupcake would.
Well, I don't get how A&M's ranked.
I
Even
know. They're
Because-
21 now.
isn't LSU like 17 and Auburn's like 13?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they freaking suck.
Florida beat South Carolina pretty good. I said that could be an upset.
Mm.
So you can yell at me that I was wrong and I suck.
All right, Kale. What do we have this week planned
No,
out?
we're not, Sid. We're still talking about last week.
Well, you need to tell me.
Are you going to let me be the host of
No.
my own show?
Well, I asked.
Can I talk?
Yes. What do you have to say, Carson?
All I have to say is that Ole Miss came back for the win, down 14 points before the half, and then came back and beat
Yeah, that was a
Kentucky.
good game. There's also TCU upset Texas. And
TCU still
Texas
was
should
terrible.
not be ranked, so goodbye, Texas.
They're overrated every year. They're always in the top 10, and the next thing you know, they're unranked.
SMU beat Memphis, so they're ranked now. That's good.
Oh, wow.
Let's
Good job,
see.
SMU.
What else? Oklahoma got upset. We almost forgot that.
Wait, aren't they like?
Yeah, now they're 0-2
That's
and
the first time
unranked.
they've started 0-2 since 1998 in Bob Stoops' first season. So,
Well,
And they're
no, I
also
think this
unranked
takes,
too.
based on
0-2.
last week, I think that takes the Big 12 out of the playoffs. And the Pac-12 is already out. And
They were what at the beginning of the season? Number 3. They went to number 3 to being a national title competitor and probably definitely a Big 12 championship team.
well,
so now I think that
And
just guarantees the
you
2 SEC teams are going to be in the playoffs. And I think it's going to be Auburn and Florida.
okay. Oh, Caleb.
Say that.
Yeah.
What about
You're
your
ahead.
other favorite team, Florida State? Didn't
Shut
they like?
up. They won. They came back against Jacksonville State. That deserves a round of applause.
Yeah,
No, I was
against
good.
Jackson, they had to freaking sweat against Jacksonville.
I know.
State.
Moving on.
We're not good. No.
Moving on.
We are not going to give them a round
I
of
know. I was
applause.
joking. Obviously, fire Norvell. No, I'm still joking.
He has COVID.
He's
He
back
can't coach
now.
right now.
He came back last week.
Didn't they-
Genius.
How about this? Fire Caleb.
Yeah, fire me from my own show.
It's technically Tyson's show. No, just kidding.
I mean, head coaches get fired, so technically, head coaches do get fired. So technically, you can get fired from your own.
Who's
I'm
the-
not a head coach.
Who would be the inter?
But yeah, the head coaches they get fired from.
Okay,
their
we're
own
getting
team.
off topic.
Are there any final thoughts on last week? We kind of just sped through all that. Does anyone? Oh wait,
No,
Arkansas
it doesn't matter anymore.
beat Mississippi State. They haven't had a conference win in
Yay.
the past 2 years, and then they had a ranked conference win. I think that
Mike Leach looks like an eggplant about to go
that does deserve a round of applause.
somewhere.
Mike Leach
I think-
said he said on game day that the only reason they were playing LSU 2 weeks ago is because the Green Bay Packers and Kansas City Chiefs already had a game scheduled. Mike
Who
Leach.
said that?
I don't get that.
He's
Mike
saying that he
Leach.
wanted to play the Packers or the Chiefs, but they already scheduled a game, so he had to settle for LSU. Because he's
Okay.
saying they're that good.
Mike Leach.
'Cause he's
Mike
cocky.
Leach.
Well, obviously I think
Leach is
here are my
fat.
thoughts on Arkansas. I think Arkansas can upset a lot of other teams.
I know.
That's
I think that's
what
not
they
a
do.
team to sleep on, and Auburn plays them next week, which makes it fair.
Yeah, Arkansas. Yeah, they'll go. Yeah, Arkansas only wins 2 games this season, but those 2 games will be most.
I don't
likely
think they're only
upsets.
going to win 2 games this season. I think they can win 4 or 5.
I think they could. They could.
They did
get
put up a
6.
fight against
No,
Georgia.
wait. Actually, I take that back. I think they only win 2 or 3 in a regular season. It's not conference only. I think they get 6, but in these
So you-
circumstances, they'll get 3.
So you think Arkansas will lose all their hype after? Is that
No,
what you're saying?
because I'm saying. No, I think they'll be considering the circumstances. If they got 3 wins, that would make them 3-7. If it was a regular season, I think they'd be at least 6-6.
And be bowl eligible?
Yeah. Well, now everyone's
Okay.
eligible and it's all screwed up. But anyway, I can go on forever about that.
But we're not going to. Right?
Do we want to talk about next week, or do y'all have anything else to say?
No, let's talk about
Okay,
next week.
Okay, y'all see?
Yes,
We
sir.
have the Red River Shootout, Texas and Oklahoma.
Mm,
Oh, this is a tough one. Actually, no, it's not. No, it's not.
How was it a tough
It is
game?
a
No, I
tough
said,
one.
like-
they're both overhyped, overrated, sucky teams.
Yeah.
I think
All right.
I think it's a coin flip. I think either of them could win, but I want Oklahoma to win just so they can both have 2 losses and be out of the
Right.
playoffs. So I picked
I
Oklahoma.
think I'm going for Texas, mainly just because I was just born there, and that's
So
like
is
my
that-
home.
is that
That's
who
like
you're
my home
picking?
state. Yeah, I'm just picking Texas. I think Oklahoma is just really just dismantled this year. I don't think.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't like. It doesn't really matter this year because both teams aren't doing good. So I'm probably gonna go with Texas because I cannot stand OU. I think,
What?
like you said, overrated, hyped up. Every time they get the quarterback, they think he's the best thing that's ever happened on God's earth, and I don't want OU to be anywhere in the picture anymore. So yes, I'm going for Texas.
What is Texas?
Yeah, but if Oklahoma wins, they'll both be out of the picture. But I just see what you're saying.
Wait, Kale, what is Texas' record? Do you know?
1-1.
1-1.
Okay,
Okay.
next Florida and Texas A&M. Florida's gonna kill them.
Yeah, like last year, A&M was like in the top 15 or top 10, and like this year, they're gonna be out of the rankings for the rest of the season. So yeah, Florida's
I'm
gonna
Fire
go-
Jimbo.
bye.
I'm going
Yeah,
TMU. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going what? How do
TMU,
you
what's-
how do you say
I'm kidding.
Florida's initials it's like really
UF.
UF. Okay, I'm
You
going
fag.
UF.
No, you fag.
You fag. I'm going with you fag because Kyle Trask has been playing.
He said it.
I saw today that Kyle Trask is named after Kyle Field at Texas A&M.
Okay.
And it's
How?
all
Well, anyway.
families A&M fans, which is kind of interesting.
Anyway, I think Kyle Trask is going to have a lot of touchdowns this game because it's TAMU and the Aggies, which I don't even know what it is, but
It's like a farmer.
well, then just call them the Farmers.
No, Aggie. No,
All right.
Aggie, like
I think we
agriculture.
covered it. A good ranked ACC game. Virginia Tech and North Carolina. I think North Carolina will win by 2 possessions.
I think North Carolina, they're a pretty good team this year. But do I think that Virginia Tech can beat them?
Well, I agree.
Yes, because I haven't watched. You interrupted me. I think I haven't seen North Carolina play, but they look like they could be the type of team to lose. But I'm probably going to go for North Carolina. I think North Carolina will probably beat them. But like I said, never underestimate Virginia Tech.
You guys might not like me for this, but I'm going for Virginia Tech because I think they could pull off the upset because, I don't know, I think UNC's been playing a lot of cupcake teams and just, I know they barely won against Boston.
You think, exactly. You think.
I'm sorry.
I
I know they beat Boston College by only 4 points and they're like a cupcake team.
Oh, wait. Well, Boston College is like, in Arkansas's case, Boston College is the same exact team.
Yeah. I think Virginia Tech.
See, actually, I think the Arkansas, there's multiple teams like Arkansas in the ACC. You got Boston College, Duke, and North Carolina State.
Florida State.
Those are the three. No.
I think North Carolina's overranked, but I mean overrated and overranked.
But they'll get put to the test. They'll get put to the test when they play either Clemson or Miami.
Yeah. Miami's overranked too. Don't get me started. Do not get me started.
Yeah. Anyway, I think Virginia Tech pulls off the upset here. That's just my thinking.
Okay, Lee.
All right, we have Texas Tech and Iowa State. Iowa State will kill them. There's not much to say. What do y'all have to say?
Iowa State is a pretty good team. They can never get above, rank being 20th in the nation. But they will definitely probably beat Texas Tech because Texas Tech are a bunch of losers.
Yeah. See? No, you better keep your mouth shut so I don't have more editing.
Okay, then I'll keep it shut. I won't say anything.
No, I'm joking. Just for this. Okay. Tennessee. Go ahead.
Iowa State wins. There. Just go.
Tennessee.
Okay, well, we're moving on.
Georgia. I really do think Tennessee could upset them, and that's who I'm picking. They were really underrated, and I've said this 1,000 times. I think they were the most improved team last year from the beginning to end of the season. They were a totally different team that played in the bowl game than the team that lost those 2 cupcake games at the beginning.
I agree. I think Tennessee could beat them.
Yeah.
Georgia, pretty good team this year.
Yeah, they're overrated.
I'm going Tennessee. I just like how they play this season.
Y'all probably gonna hate me for this, but I don't. It's hard to pick for this one because, like you said, yes, Tennessee's the most probably underrated SEC team this year, if not one of the most overrated in the whole NCAA right now. That's it, overrated, I mean underrated. And I agree they were probably the most improved team. But I'm probably going to go with Georgia because I think Georgia's pretty good offense, pretty good defense, and I think that they'll beat them. I haven't really watched Georgia. That's just my confession. I think Georgia will probably beat them, but I'm very open for Tennessee to beat them. I'd love to see
Good thing. Okay.
All right, next, I'm just going to be brutally honest. Arkansas and Auburn. Auburn, this game, even though it hasn't happened yet, it's really reminded me of the Tennessee game 2 years ago. And I really do think Arkansas could upset them because Auburn always has every season some crazy fluke loss. And then Gus gets some big win to keep his job. So I really do think Arkansas could win this game because I said earlier, don't sleep on Arkansas. But I am gonna pick Auburn.
Okay, I think
close.
Honestly, I think Arkansas pulls off the upset here. I'm sorry, Caleb, but I think they'll just win by a field goal. I think it'll be close.
It could go 1 or 2 games. They could lose by a couple possessions like the Tennessee game 2 years ago, or it could be really close the whole game, like the Ole Miss game last year.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Carson?
Well, I was about to say Auburn having home field advantage shows help, but there is no home field advantage this year because you can't have a crowd.
Speaking of that, we'll talk about this on the podcast on Friday. Governor DeSantis of Florida said that teams in Florida could have full capacity fans.
That's a big deal, but I think Auburn will still beat them. Auburn, I mean, they're probably going to be pretty angry about last week's game, and I think that they'll be ready to kill somebody. So yeah, I'm going to go with Auburn.
All right, next, Ole Miss and Alabama. I think it's going to be closer than people are expecting. Actually,
I don't think. Okay, Sid, do you want to go?
I'll go.
Okay, Sid, you go.
And I mean, this is tough because Ole Miss's quarterback, I don't know the name. I know his last name's Coral, but
Matt Corral.
Or yeah.
Did you say it was
No, I said his last name was something. It was like something Corral, whatever.
Coral.
But anyway,
Corral.
I think Alabama, just being the better team, is just gonna dismantle Ole Miss. But I do think Ole Miss can fight in the first half, like in that what was it called? But anyway, I think Ole Miss can fight in the first half, but then they'll just get dismantled in the second half. Like they'll fall apart. Like they'll get too cocky.
Ole Miss does not have good running back depth. They have pretty good quarterback depth, but John Rice Plumlee, he's kind of useless, pretty much. Because everyone when they put John Rice Plumlee in it, they're going to run the ball.
I think this.
So he's pretty useless, but I still think Mississippi, with the offense that they have, that they can do pretty good against Alabama's defense. This is one of their best defense they've ever had this year. I'm hearing. But I still think that they can put up a good fight. But I'm gonna go with Alabama this week.
Yeah. Well, go Land Sharks.
I think
Don't
Alabama.
Say that again. Edit that.
Well, no, I'm not actually. Maybe I will.
No, edit that, please. That's a disgrace.
I don't even remember what I was gonna say. I think Alabama's gonna win by 2 or 3 possessions. It's not gonna be a blowout.
I think this will work like the Auburn-Kentucky game, where Kentucky fought in the first half and then Auburn just completely dismantled in the second. So this is how it's gonna work.
Next, Clemson and Miami. I'm just gonna be honest. Clemson is going to kill Miami. Miami sucks. They're not a top 10 team. They have no quality ones. They fail the eye test. What else is there to say?
Oh my.
Yeah, you can go, Carson.
I'm sorry, Sid, but oh my god. But I'm probably gonna have to agree with you, Caleb. I haven't seen Miami play, and I think that they'll really be put to the test this week to see that they are really a top 10 team, and if they are, then they are definitely a top 10 team. But I'm probably going to have to go with Clemson because Clemson, great defense, great quarterback, probably could be a Heisman contender, if not be a Heisman winner this year. He has pretty good offensive line, pretty good wide receivers to throw to, pretty decent running back. And I think that Clemson could probably dismantle them. And I was about to mention the home field advantage. Like I said, no crowd, so really there is no home field advantage. But Clemson's still going to destroy them. So I'm putting my money on Clemson. No money.
And I watched Miami in the UAB game, but I mean, like I said, they have no quality wins. I mean, they beat Louisville, Florida State, and UAB. None of those are good wins. And I mean, UAB is one of the best group of 5 teams, I'd say, but you can't compare it to a huge ACC school like that.
Yeah, I think Clemson's just going to destroy it because I watched Miami actually, and I don't think they're ready. I think they're not ready for Clemson. Clemson's going to destroy with Trevor Lawrence in the backfield and everything.
All right, Florida State and Notre Dame, no need to say anything. We all know what's going to happen. Missouri and LSU was supposed to be at LSU, but got switched to Missouri because of the hurricane. LSU is going to kill them, not much to say.
LSU actually has something to win for this game because they have a devastating storm coming through that could do a lot of
Yeah,
damage to
that's
their state. So they have
Yeah.
a lot to fight for, and I think that they will do anything they can to bring the victory.
An unnamed person at our school would say Missouri is better. I'm not gonna say who it is, but I'm just saying.
But I think LSU will be dancing with Lady Victory because, like I said, they have a lot to win for. There's a lot. It's emotional game kind of. So I think LSU would definitely do everything it takes to dismantle.
Here's my
Missouri.
thinking. I don't know why, but I think every time LSU plays like some sort of unranked horrible team in the SEC, the unranked team will always like put up a fight in the first quarter. I just don't know why. I think that's gonna happen with Missouri. And then LSU will just dismantle in the rest of the quarter. I think that's what's going to happen.
Well, that's what they like.
Yeah.
And we touched on. I skipped over Florida State being funny, and Florida State does have a lot to win for because Bobby Bowden just got hospitalized for testing positive for COVID. But as much, and he's probably, I hate to say this, probably going to pass away because he's so old and has health problems. And it's sad to see after Pat Dye has already died from that. So I think Florida State needs to play a good game but they're not going to, and they're going to play the worst game yet.
How old is Bobby Bowden?
What?
How
old is he?
That's not good.
Oh, 90?
It makes me want to start reading the Bowden Dynasty again.
All
right, I think that's it.
We didn't touch on UTSA and BYU.
Oh my gosh!
BYU's BYU's ranked.
Anyways, we're not going to touch on that.
Oh, we don't need to touch on that because we already know.
Thank you for watching.
Subscribe to the channel. Click the links in the description. Follow everything they have. And
okay, Sid, this isn't a YouTube.
It is. It's Logan Paul.
Right. But bye everybody. I hope you have a good evening.
Make sure to stay tuned for more predictions and reactions for college football and a lovely podcast where we rant about Joe Biden being racist.
And keep your stick on the ice.
Bye-bye.